Hello guys, welcome back to this channel. My name is Dosis Mahapatra and we are watching Worldwide program. Before starting this tutorial, do subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for more updates. Let's start the tutorial. In this tutorial, we will discuss about what is Database Management System or DBMS. This tutorial is completely for beginners. First, we will discuss about some basic things like what is data, information, difference between data and information, and what is database, then steps to create a database. Then we will go to the third point of database management system.
These are the agenda of database management system or DBMS tutorials. First, we will discuss about what is the data, then what is information, difference between data and information. Then we will discuss about what is database, then characteristics of data in database, steps to create a database. Then we will discuss about what is DBMS, components of DBMS, features of DBMS, characteristics of DBMS, different levels of DBMS, different types of DBMS, uses of DBMS, then advantages and disadvantages of DBMS. Then we'll discuss about software requirement for DBMS. Then we will discuss about why database management system or DBMS is necessary. So first we'll discuss about what is data. Data is the collection of raw facts and figures. It has no meaning and structure. In general, data is any set of characters that is gathered and translated for some purpose, usually analysis. If data is not put into context, it doesn't do anything to a human or computer. Facts, statistics used for reference or analysis, numbers, characters, symbols, images, etc., which can be processed by a computer. Data must be interpreted by a human or machine to derive meaning. Data is a representation of information. Next one is what is information. It is nothing but the refined data that have been put into a meaningful and useful context. Information has a meaning and specific structure. Information in its general sense is knowledge communicated or received concerning a particular fact or circumstance. Knowledge derived from a study, experience, or by the senses or instruction. Communication of intelligence, and information is any kind of knowledge that is exchangeable amongst people about things, facts, concepts, etc. in some context. Information is interpreted data. Next one is what's the difference between data and information. The first point of data is a raw and unorganized fact that required to be processed to make it meaningful. The first point of information is a set of data that which is processed in a meaningful way according to the given requirement. The second point of data is data can be simple at the same time unorganized unless it is organized. The second point of information is processed, structured, or presented in a given context to make it meaningful and useful. The third point of data is generally data comprises facts, observations, perceptions, numbers, characters, symbols, image, etc. The third point of information, it is processed data, which includes data that process context, relevance, and purpose. It also involves manipulation of raw data. In the last point of data is always interpreted by a human or machine to derive meaning. So data is meaningless. Data contains numbers, statements, and characters in a raw form. The last point of information is information assigns meaning and improves the reliability of the data. Next we'll discuss about what is database. A database is one or more tables of data organized and stored in a very structured way. It has consistent data. A database is an organized collection of data, generally stored and accessed electronically from a computer system. Where databases are more complex, they are often developed using formal design and modeling techniques. Next one is characteristics of data in database. Computer uses database by adopting a set of well-defined rules. A computer database is filled with records, and each record in a database contains several fields of data items, and these are the data items: field, record, and file. What is field? Field means the smallest piece of meaningful information in a file is called a data item or field. A data item or field is generally used for a group of characters like a name, roll number, address are all known as data items or fields. Next one is record. The collection of related fields is called a record. In the figure, it contains 6 records, and each record has 4 related fields namely name, roll number, address, section, etc. Last one is file. File is the collection of all related records. In the figure of the file contains the list of all records. So these are the characteristics of database. Then what are the steps to creating a database? So these are the 3 steps to creating a database. First step is defining its structure or schema. Next step is designing forms or customer screen for displaying, and the last step is entering the data into it. These are the 3 steps for creating a database. And back to the point, what is a DBMS or database management system? Of course, it stands for database management system. A database is information and a database management system or DBMS is the software that stores and retrieves the information in the database. It stands for database management system. In short, a DBMS is a database program. Database management system or DBMS refer to the technology solution used to optimize and manage the storage and retrieval of data from databases. Database management system or DBMS offers a systematic approach to manage databases via an interface for users as well as workloads accessing the databases via apps. So the database management system or DBMS is the software that accesses, retrieves and modifies data in databases. So there are 4 basic functions performed by all database management systems, and they are create, modify and delete data structure, that is tables. This is the first basic function, and the next one is add, modify and delete data. Next one is retrieve data selectively, and the last one is generate reports based on data. These are the short list of database applications, and these are inventory, orders, invoicing, catalogs, payroll, shipping, accounting, mailing, membership and reservation, security, and the last one is medical records. These are the short list of database applications. Components of database management system. Databases are composed of related tables which in turn are composed of fields and records. The basic components of database management system are given below. First one is field, then record, then entity, then attributes, then identifier, then table, then database, then relationship, then constraints, and the last one is schema or planning. These are the basic components of database management system. So what is field? A field is an area or within a record reserved for a specific piece of data. For examples, a customer number, customer name, street address, city, state, a phone, current, balance, like that. Fields are defined by field name and data type. In the data type, characters are there. Character, what is meant by character? Like a text including such things as telephone numbers and zip codes. Next one is numeric. Numbers which can be manipulated using math operators, and then date, calendars date which can be manipulated mathematically. Then is logical, means true or false and yes or no. Next one is field size, means amount of space reserved for storing data. Next one is record. So what is record? A record is the collection of values for all the fields pertaining to the entity, to one entity, that is a person, product, company, transaction, etc. So next one is table. What is a table? A table is a collection of related records. For example, employee table, product table, customer and orders table. In a table, records are represented by rows and fields are represented as columns. So what is a database? I've already discussed about that. A database is a collection of related tables. It can also include other objects such as queries, forms and reports. The structure of a database is the relationships between its tables. There are three types of relationships which can exist between tables, and those are, first one is one to one, then one to many, and the last one is many to many. The most common relationship in relational databases are one to many and many to many. An example of a one to many relationship would be a customer table and an order table. Each order has only one customer, but a customer can make many orders. In one to many relationship, it consists of two tables, the one table and the many table. If I take an example here of a many to many relationship, would be an orders tables and product table. An order can contain many products, and a product can be on many orders. In a many to many relationship consists of three tables, two one tables, both in one to many relationship with a third table. The third table is sometimes referred to as the LAN. So what is the one to one relationship? A one to one relationship is in a relational database occurs when one parent record or field has either 0 or one child record only. In a one to one relationship, one record in a table is associated with one and only one record in another table. The term one-to-one relationships refers to relationships of two items in which one can only belong with the other. For example, in a school database, each student has only one student ID and each student ID is assigned to only one person. Next one is one-to-many relationship. In a one-to-many relationship, one record in a table can be associated with one or more records in another table. For example, each customer can have many sales orders. The last one is many-to-many relationship. What is many-to-many relationship? Many-to-many relationship in database management system or DBMS is a relationship between more than one instance of an entity with more than one instance of another entity. That is, both the entities can have many relationships between each other. So what is key fields? In order for two tables to be related, they must share a common field. The common field or key field in the one table of one-to-many relationship needs to be a primary key. We will discuss about that, about primary key. The same field in the many table of a one-to-many relationship is called foreign key. So we will discuss about primary key and foreign key. So what is primary key? If a primary key is a field or combination of two or more fields, the value in the primary key field for each record uniquely identifies the record. Primary key is a column or a group of columns in a table that uniquely identify every row in that table. The primary key can be duplicate, meaning the same value cannot appear more than once in the table. In the table cannot have more than one primary key. For example, customer number is the primary key for the customer table. A customer number identifies one and only one customer in the customer table. The primary key for the orders table would be a field for the order number. Rules for primary key. So these are the rules for primary key. First one is two rows can have the same primary key value. Second rule is it must for every row to have a primary key value. Third rule is the primary key field can be null. And the last rule is the value in a primary key column can never be modified or updated if any foreign key refers to that primary key. These are the rules for primary key. Next one is foreign key. What is foreign key? When one table's primary key field is added to a related many table, in order to create the common field which relates the two tables, it is called a foreign key in the many table. And foreign key is a column that creates a relationship between two tables. The purpose of foreign keys is to maintain data integrity and allow navigation between two different instances of an entity. It acts as a cross reference between two tables as it references the primary key of another table. For example, the primary key or customer number from the customer table or one table is a foreign key in orders table or many table. For the many records of the order table, the foreign key identifies with which unique record in the customer table they are associated. The advantages of having database management system or DBMS is summarized as follows. First one is reducing of data redundancy. Next one is avoiding of inconsistency. Next one is sharing of data. Fourth one is enforcement of standard. Fifth one is application of security restrictions. Sixth one is maintenance of data integrity. The last one is balance of conflicting requirements. These are the advantages of having database management system or DBMS. So what is rationalization? Grouping logically related fields into distinct tables, determining key fields, and then relating distinct tables using common key field is called rationalizing a database. Data rationalization is a managed metadata environment or MME enabled application which creates or extends an ontology for a domain into the structured data world based on model objects stored in various models or varying levels of detail across model files and modeling tools and other metadata. What is redundancy? Redundancy means having multiple copies of same data in the database. This problem arises when a database is not normalized. Data redundancy can occur by accident but is also done deliberately for backup and recovery purposes. There are two major reasons for designing a database this way. First reason is to avoiding wasting storage space for redundant data, and the second major reason is to eliminate the complication of updating duplicate data copies. These are the two major reasons for designing a database. For example, in the customers or orders database, we want to be able to identify the customer name, address and phone number for each order, but we want to avoid repeating that information for each order. To do so would take up storage space needlessly and make the job of updating multiple customer addresses difficult and time consuming. To avoid redundancy, place all the fields related to customers or name, address, etc. into a customer table and create a primary key field which uniquely identifies each customer ID. Next point is put all the fields related to others such as date, salesperson, total, etc. into the orders table. The third point is include the primary key field or you can say customer ID from the customer table in the table orders. The one-to-many relationship between a customer and orders is defined by the common field customer ID in the table for customers or the one table. Customer ID is a primary key, while in the others table or the many table it is a foreign key. Then we will discuss about features of database management system. Database management system or DBMS is a software that allows organizations to easily maintain and use the central database. Its features are transaction processing. What is transaction processing? It represents a logical unit of work in database management system or DBMS. It accesses a database and transform it from one state to another. A transaction can update, delete, and modify a set of records. When the database management system makes a commit, the changes made by the transaction permanently. If there will no change permanently, then the transaction can be rolled back to keep the database in its original state. Transaction processing is information processing in computer science that is divided into individual invisible operations called transactions. Each transactions must succeed or fail as a complete unit. It can never be only partially complete. Next one is concurrency management. Concurrency management is the database management that operates concurrently, which coordinating the actions of database manipulations and interfaces with the access shared data. Its mechanism is to allow concurrency while maintaining the shared data. In information technology and computer science, especially in the fields of computer programming, operating systems, multiprocessors, and databases, concurrency control ensures that correct results for concurrent operations are generated while getting those results as quick as possible. Next one is recovery. It ensures that the aborted or failed transaction do not create any adverse effects to other transactions and other database. The mechanism in database management system or DBMS makes sure that the database is returned to a consistent state after a transaction fails. This is the method of restoring the database to its correct state in the event of a failure at the time of the transaction or after the end of a process. Next one is the language interface. This mechanism in a database provides support languages used for the definition and manipulating of the data in a database. Then data catalog or data dictionary. A data catalog is an organized inventory of data assets in the organization. It uses metadata to help organizations manage their data. Basically, these are the useful information about the data in the database. Or you can say it is a system database that contains the information about data, relationships, constraints, and the entire schema which can be queried to get information about the structure of the database. And storage management. What is storage management? It provides a mechanism for the management of permanent storage of data and defining the internal scheme. In this mechanism, the storage manager interfaces with the operating system to access the physical storage. Then next one is characteristics of DBMS. Characteristics of DBMS or database management systems are: first one is represents complex relationship between data. Next one is controls data redundancy. Next one is enforces user defined rules. Next point is ensures data sharing. Next point is it has automatic and intelligent backup and recovery procedures. Next one is it has a central dictionary to store information. Next one is pertaining to data and its manipulation. Next point is it has different interfaces via which user can manipulate the data. And the last point is enforces data access authorization. So these are the characteristics of database management system. Then we'll discuss about levels of database management system. There are 6 levels of database management system, or you can say 0 level or beat. Then level 1 or character, then level 2 or field, level 3 or record, level 4 or file, then level 5 or database. So first we'll discuss about level 0 or beat. The level 0 backup allows data recovery for the table in case of future database corruption. If you do not need to provide for the data recovery, you can use null as the backup device for the level 0 backup. This strategy makes the table available for write access without actually backing up the data. Next one is a level 1 or character. Level 1 data refers to the lowest ask and highest bid currently offered, what's known as the best bid offer or inside Q2. Next one is level 2 or field. Level 2 credit card processing is similar to level 3 processing, but with less requirements. Just like with level 3 data, merchants are required to input additional data fields, but typically the required fields are easier to enter and there are fewer fields to deal with. Level 2 processing still provides a rate reduction, but not quite as much as level 3 processing. Next one is level 3 or record. Most merchants will never have the opportunity to accept level 3 cards, but if you are processing in a B2B heavy industry, or if you are accept a lot government cards, then having level 3 data acceptance may help reduce your interchange cost significantly. Then next one is level 4 or file. Software that enables you to store, modify and extract information from a database in level 4. Next one is level 5 or database. Provides specialist expertise in the design characteristics of database management system or DBMS. Then we'll discuss about types of DBMS. So there are 5 types of database management system models, and those are: first one is hierarchical database management system model, second one is network database management system model, next one is relational database management system model, next one is object oriented database management system model, and the last one is deductive or inference database management system model. So we will discuss one by one. So what is a hierarchical database management system model? A hierarchical database model is a data model in which the data are organized into a tree like structure. The data are stored as records which are connected to one another through links. A record is a collection of fields with each field containing only one value. Next one is network database management system model. The network model is a database model conceived as a flexible way to representing objects and their relationships. Its distinguishing feature is that the schema viewed as a graph in which object types are nodes and relationship types are arcs, each not restricted to being a hierarchy or lattice. Next model is Relational Database Management System model. The relational model or RM for database management is an approach to managing data using a structure and language consistent with first order predicate logic, first described in 1969 by English computer scientist Edgar Epcot, where all data is represented in terms of tuples grouped into relations. Then object-oriented database management system model. The ODBMS, which is abbreviations for object-oriented database management system, is the data model in which data is stored in form of objects which are instances of classes. These classes and objects together makes an objects-oriented data model. Next one is deductive or inference database management system model. The deductive data model is a restricted first order predicate logic extensions of the relational data model. In the deductive data model, relations are either defined extensively through facts or intentionally through rules. Rules may be defined recursively. Then we will discuss about uses of database management system. The uses of database management systems are first one is the data can be easily shared and stored. Second one is database management system or DBMS helps in reading the data, and the last one is database management system helps in removing errors. These are the uses of database management system. Next one is advantages and disadvantages of database management system. A database is a information and a database management system. DBMS is the software that stores and retrieves the information in the database. The database management system or DBMS is the software that accesses, retrieves and modifies data in a database. Database management system or DBMS is a software package that allows data to be effectively stored, retrieved and manipulated, and the data stored in a database management system or DBMS package can be accessed by multiple users and by multiple applications programs like SQL Server, Oracle and MS Access. So the advantages and disadvantages we will discuss about that. What is the advantages of DBMS are flexibility. What is the flexibility? Because programs and data are independent, programs do not have to be modified when types of unrelated data and added to or deleted from the database or when physical storage. Next one is fast response to information request. It means because data are integrated into a single database, complex requests can be handled much more rapidly than if the data were located in separate non-integrated files. In many businesses, faster response means better customer service. Next advantage is multiple access. Database software allows data to be accessed in a variety of ways, such as through various key fields and often by using several programming languages like both 3GL and non-procedural 4GL programs. Next advantage is lower user training cost. It means users often find it easier to learn such systems and training costs may be reduced. Also, the total time taken to process requests may be shorter, which would be increase user productivity. And the last one is less storage. Theoretically all occurrences of data items need to be stored only once, thereby eliminating the storage redundant data. System developers and database designers often use data normalization to minimize data redundancy, and it reduces complexity of the system, and the central control of data creation and the definitions are possible. It reduces program and data dependence. It reduces development and maintenance. It enhances system flexibility. It increases access and availability of information. If we talk about disadvantages of database management system or DBMS, it's a centralization. What is the centralization? That is use of this same program at a time by many users sometimes lead to a loss of some data. High cost of software is also the limitation of database management system or DBMS. We talk about what kind of software requirement for database management system, or what are the software requirements for database management system. These are the software, and in database management system environment various types of software required, such as MS Access, Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server, FoxPro, Sybase, etc. These are the software requirements for database management system. Last thing, why database management system or DBMS is necessary? It is necessary for, first point is data dependency. Next point is sending data among multiple applications. Next one is data integrity and security. Next point is concurrent access. Next one is recovery from crashes, or you can say crashes. Next one is uniform data. Next one is uniform data administration. Next one is efficient access, branching the need of all applications. And the last point is the reduced application development. So for this database management system or DBMS is much more necessary.
So I hope this tutorial is very useful for you all. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. In the next video, we will make some Q&A round of our database management system. And see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Happy learning.